Hello YouTube. Today I want to react to this video called How to Carry Every Game as Sableye Guide Pokemon Unite. Because I think it's not very good. It calls itself a Sableye guide, but I wouldn't describe it as a guide like at all. There's a lot of plays that this creator PK Doomy, I'll have the video linked in the description, but there's a lot of things that PK Doomy does in this video that a lot of unoptimal plays and things I just don't agree with, and it's not very detailed, you know, there's not much commentary apart from a bit of complaining, but we'll get into that. So I'm kind of gonna, well, I am gonna rip into it. I'm gonna be quite harsh, but I'll say like what you should do instead of doing what they do, because yeah, this definitely isn't the best way to play Sableye. This says best support as well. It's important to note.
Alright.
Yeah, so here, I'm gonna make it full screen. This video came out the 14th of March 2023, so this is... Okay, so this isn't... Okay, so Sableye was released on November 16th, 2022, so this was... I actually thought this was like release Sableye, where he did like crazy amounts of damage. I'm not sure when Sableye was doing too much damage. I think it was on release, so... either way, you would never run this set. You would never not run XP share, even after the XP share changes, so this build is just bad. It's just bad. I run 350 movement speed and Floatstone, Score Shield, and the third item depends on if I'm using Feint Attack. I might use Curse Bangle. If I'm going to be jungling baiting, I'm going to use XP share. I also might run attack weight, or just maybe focus band, maybe amulet coin, but always floatstone and always floatstone pretty much. So let's actually start the video for real.
Floatstone. Oh, how did they know I was there?
This is something that is going to happen a lot.
Floatstone. Oh, how did they know they're there?
I'm going to be reiterating this like all throughout this video. You pretty much never engage if you're not in stealth. Like, there's no reason to just like like here, you don't go back until you're back in stealth. You wait, and you run a bit further back, you wait, and then you go back in. I mean, here it's not as bad. There are more better examples, but here it's not as bad because the Bunnelby is low, so you don't really have much time to go back into stealth. But if you're just walking up to them, it's just like they're just gonna stop you before you can even try and stun them, and you don't have your boosted auto to stun them. So it's a bit like you're going into the fight without all your resources, basically. You're playing Sableye without an ability, which is probably the worst character in the game. He does get the secure though, so good on him.
Floatstone and then Score Shield. So we did that so we can score as much as possible. That way, you know.
Here, I wouldn't have used Thief to take the energy. Reason why 14 is a lot of points to score, you know. I would have scored the 9 and then used Thief to take another 5 and score that. Also, I would be running X speed, but Goal Getter isn't a bad item, because and if you're going to run Goal Getter and not X speed, and you want to make these like aggressive scores with like especially like 14 points, Score Shield is fine, but you would need X speed to get away, because if you already use Thief, you want to score more points, it's kind of like, especially if you're up against Mew, but he didn't know, right, because this is a still blind pick, but you don't really have the tools to get away from the goal once you score, so you're probably going to go down here. But he does get the 14, so that's good. Another thing, I wouldn't have chose knockoff just yet, because you're still being chased, and if you get hit by electrical, which you probably will, you're gonna get slowed and probably dying. So I would have kept Thief, so you're able to dash, get away a little bit better. Here as well, he uses Astonish.
Go off, because we...
I don't know why. He probably could have gotten away if he just kept running, but the Astonish is... It's just like, you've just gotten yourself killed. You could have at least tried to run away.
I actually plan on doing damage.
Yeah, you like plan on doing damage, but also... I don't know why the muse ejecting, that was a bit silly. Like, you're not getting these KOs, and you're not getting away because you don't have X speed. So... It's a bit like, why are you trying to fight them here? They're both full HP, you're not full HP, and it's just a bit pointless. Misses the knockoff, and yeah, so I just kept running. There's no reason to try and fight there.
Alright.
Yeah, rocky start, but we can still bring it back. Isn't that right, PK Doomy?
So our Dragon Port is as well.
This is actually, oh my gosh, this is like the first, hold on. This is the first time, or the only time I think he ever does boosted before using knockoff. Because this is something, oh my gosh, I'll point it out like every time. But Sableye players just don't even use their stealth boosted for some reason. It's not even a point and click stun, it's just a click stun and it lunges onto them. That's why you boosted and then knockoff, or boosted and then Confuse Ray, because it sets up for your next move. You stun them with your boosted, they run away from you. You know exactly where they're going to run each time, then run away from you, and then you knock off into them. You don't even have to aim the knockoff. You should, but you don't have to aim the knockoff. And it's more stuns. It's like you're choosing to not use the boosted auto. I know he's not doing it here, but there are other times that I'm going to show you, but there's no reason to not use the boosted auto before using the knockoff. Because even if you don't use the boosted auto, you're more likely to miss your knockoff, because it's not a very fast dash. Another thing though, against like Espeon, Glaceon, Umbreon, you use the boosted, but you don't immediately go into knockoff, because the stun, like no one cares about your pitiful damage, right? It's all about the stuns. So you boosted, you wait for Unstoppable to run out, or if it's Glaceon, you wait for them to come back from being invisible, so they are visible, and then you knock off, because they won't be unstoppable and you can stun them. Like, using knockoff here is purely for damage. I know Sableye, this might be during a time where Sableye did pretty good damage. I think it is though, because his damage seems quite high, but still, like, you don't knock off if they're unstoppable. It's not going to do anything, right? You're just going to get yourself killed. Another thing, stuck on this one part for quite a while. Okay, the second hit of knockoff got a little bit interrupted, but don't boost it before you use knockoff, so it hits 1-2, and then use the second hit of knockoff, which is the shove, right? Don't use a basic attack between that. It's because it's just the range for this second hit of the knockoff, right, is, as you can see, it's pretty small. So if you basic attack, they're likely gonna walk away before it even before it comes out. So like, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna walk away. If you boost attack, you're gonna 100 damage, take that, and they just walk away, and you don't even get to shove them. It doesn't happen here, but there will be other examples.
Alright.
Here, I wouldn't, again, like, you don't go back to fight, right? They don't have any points, so they can't score anything, and you're completely visible. I know you want the healing, but I would. There's no emergency, right? Like, you're not gonna win this fight, and also, like, you just have time to go back to the tier 2, and then you come back with your stealth. GP's also there; he can help you fight, and then if they run away, whatever, if they try to fight, you fight with the stealth, right? But if you come back now, you just end up getting killed. There's a good happen again. Right?
Alright.
Hang on, I need to change my thing so it's -5 seconds. So here, I want to point this out again. Knock off. You don't basic attack, right? You just shove them and then you astonish. You don't do this. You don't do that basic attack. You're just setting up for them to walk away and miss the second hit. But he does get a kill there. So yeah, this time should actually. This time actually kind of big. So this might be. I think he could have gotten that kill there.
Yo, come on, you got it.
If you just kept running at them, I think you could have gotten that. We are on floatstone, so maybe not. But I would have tried. To be honest, you could have maybe even gone it there. If you were to stun them, like if you were to stun them, because I think this is during a time where Sableye does quite a lot of damage. I can see the damage is pretty big. So even with the shield, like if you go for the stun here, you probably could have KO'd them. Or at least try. Well, maybe not, because you're quite low. Maybe, you could have gone for it, but I think scoring here is also fine. Well, is it fine? I mean, like, you're pretty low. Yeah, that light screen is really annoying. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate.
What a counter. Just when I'm trying to show off the build. Perfect counter to it. Just a block.
Hang on, is he playing on ping?
Perfect counter to it.
Is he? No, he's not. I thought that might have been. You might have been playing on ping, so that would explain why he's doing these basic attacks.
Just a block.
Yeah, see, that's I don't want to keep bringing it up, but I do. 1, 2. You could have gotten that. Well, did he try to did he buff a basic boost attack? Wait, what?
Almost every time, just a block.
Is he getting these basic attacks because he's just mashing? Like, you see the knockoff comes out, but he gets a basic attack instead. So, like, I think your problem might be that you're just mashing. You're just mashing a bit too hard, you know? Because, like, now that you've basic attacked, the Espeon is out of range. And only the Mew gets hit. And even Espeon doesn't get hit by the Astonish, so... yeah. You don't go back in here. You go get your stealth. Also, you might be able to kill get the Mew, but you can't. You're not killing the Espeon, so you don't go back here. Again, you go back, wait for your stealth, and then you re-engage. Because that just happens. This is like you're playing Sableye without an ability. They know exactly where you are. You're just gonna walk up to them, try and stun them. Knock off, take that. But they can see you coming from a mile away because you don't have stealth. So you go back. You go back to this area here, into your speed flux zone, right? And then you approach, because they're gonna think, oh, the Sableye icon's above my head. He's coming towards us. He's gonna be coming from this route. But then you can also come from like below here, like down here, or you can come from like up here because they can't see because you're in stealth, and then you can attack them. It's like they're likely just gonna shoot like right in front of them, you know, like shooting in the dark because they don't know where you are. But because you're visible, oh no, there's a Sableye right in front of me. I'm just gonna side shock. Bye bye.
Can we get a gank, please? Please gank top lane, Sylveon.
Can we get a good Sableye player, please? Can we get a good Sableye player, please? Play better Sableye, please. Another thing, if you did have XP share, your DP would have... Well, I mean, you haven't really been farming. Not much, but again, like, if you had XP share, they probably would have been level 5 already, so... We're trolling! No XP share Sableye, we're trolling! This is good. I will say this is good. Waiting in this bottom area, you get vision for your team. If they're like here, you can see the Mew. So your Sylveon and your Dracloak knows. Full screen. Your Sylveon and Dracloak knows exactly where the Mew is. So this is good. Staying in this bottom area, you're giving your team vision. I like that. Now you just have to initiate the fight. So I wouldn't have astonished there. I knew I was stealing the farm, but your Sylveon needs you to stun the Mew and the Espeon. So I wouldn't have gone for the farm. Okay, so good. That's good. I like that. This makes me happy. This makes me very happy. I don't know if this was completely intentional, but running back into stealth, re-engage. I like that. I don't like this though. I don't like the knockoff without a boosted attack. Don't like that at all. Yeah, you always boosted here, so let me stop pausing. You do get the kill. Well, do you? No, just about.
Can I get some help?
You have health. Shut up. Your Sylveon's right there. So you actually would have probably gotten the kill here if you had boosted first, because they're stunned for just a little bit longer. Like, they don't have their passive. Were we able to react to that though? When do they lose their passive? Yeah, okay, they lost it now. You heard the little ding. If you were to boost it, they would have been stunned for just enough time for your Sylveon to get the KO. But instead, because you didn't use the boosted, you're not stunned for quite enough time, and then you get Espeon United, and the Espeon uses potion, and you just barely get the kill, and you die.
Can I get some help?
So,
Dragon Ball, I can do this as a rank match.
Yeah, I can believe it's a rank match. I kind of hope the Dracloak would actually help
So
her.
frustrating.
But that is unfortunate. Playing Sableye, it's like you're relying on your team. Like, playing in solo queue is kind of a nightmare, unless you have like half decent teammates, because you're relying on them entirely to get value out of your stuns. So if they're not helping, then you're kind of like, you can't really make these engages because they're not going to follow up, because they just don't know, they just won't follow up. So unfortunate.
You can rely on the builds a lot better. I promise that.
No. Don't go back in till you got your stealth. I think you do get the kill here. I should say I have watched this video through to the end, so I know what's gonna happen. I don't know if I mentioned that. But again, like, you wait for the stealth, you don't go back in. That ult was a little bit, yeah. Like, you could have gotten the berry, because you get hit by the side shock. If all those hit you, then you would have died. So I would have just kept running to get the berry. I think the Espeon does react though, so I would have gotten the berry first.
Oh my goodness.
What did you use? Oh, I think he was trying to mute him, and he accidentally pressed the report button. I think, I'm not sure. I wouldn't have taken that, because your DP needs the levels. So.
This is just absolute madness. There's no reason for 3 of you to be on top lane.
Okay, hang on.
There's
Okay,
no
first of
reason
all,
for-
again, no boosted before you knock off, because then your knockoff just gets completely, like, you're missing out on the knockoff stuns because the passive makes them unstoppable, and you're missing out the stealth boosted auto stun. So like, and your damage is you're missing out on stuns because you're playing unoptimally. Just yeah.
3 of you to be on top lane.
This is something I want to bring up. He's not aiming his knockoff. Like, as you can see, he's holding down knockoff, and it's a little bit quick. But he's not. Especially when you're using a move that shoves in a direction that you're facing, like, you want to shove them like away, right? You want to shove them the way you're pointing, right? You want to shove them that way. But then if you don't aim, you're just gonna mash, because you're just mashing and not thinking, and they're just gonna shove them in some random direction. And because the Mew use coaching, you end up pushing the Regieleki almost into the goal zone because you didn't aim your knockoff. So always aim, especially with knockoff, right? The second hit, right? You have to aim that so you know where they're being pushed. Otherwise, you're just like hoping that you're just pushing them, and you almost troll your team for pushing Regieleki into the goal zone. You wait for stealth. You don't go back here because again, like this is what I'm talking about, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't go back into stealth, not only can the Mew land the Electro Balls, but the Espeon knows exactly where you are, so they can just attack you. And because you're frail as hell, you just die. And so, like, you don't have stealth, right? You get hit by the Electro Ball and you survive somehow, but you're still not back in stealth. So you get hit by another Electro Ball and then you die. You're playing without an ability for no reason. It's like you wouldn't play Aegis Slash without stance change, right? You wouldn't purposely not switch between shield and sword form. So why would you play Sableye without going into stealth? That you're playing Sableye without passive. Or like why would you play off the top of my head Azumarill without an ability? Well, maybe you would play Azumarill without an ability. You really, like, you wouldn't play Zacian without an ability. You wouldn't play the game without ever using your boosted moves. So why are you playing Sableye without an ability? Just go back, just fall back, wait for the stealth to come up, and then you re-engage, because then they can't see you, and you're super annoying. Blah 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 blah. You have all the Sableye stuff, right? You have all your tools.
Totally my kill.
Ah, boo-hoo. What is that damage though? This is actually kind of crazy. Here is another thing. Again, you don't confuse Ray first, use your boosted. If you were to boost it first, if you were to use your boosted first, you would have reacting like boosted here instead of confuse Ray. You could have reacted to the Slowbro, now slow beaming the Venusaur. And because right now all you're doing, if you imagine you use it boosted, right, not confused, right, you use boosted, and then you say, oh, but we'll be a bit generous, right, and say they didn't react to the slow beam, so they use boosted and confused, right? Now they have knockoff, but you don't knock off here. These stuns are redundant. Your Sylveon and slow beam can take out the Venusaur by themselves. You can basic attack if you want to help to make sure you get the kill, that's fine, but you don't knock off here because the stun is the main reason, is knockoff's main purpose. I know it does good damage in right now, during this time, 2023, but now after nerfs and current Sableye, it doesn't do any damage. So these stuns are redundant, and they're redundant. So you don't stun here. Like, are you just trying to farm kills? Is that why you're mashing so hard? Are you just like kill hungry? Like, whatever, move on. But because you didn't have knockoff here, we'll talk about this in a second, but because you don't have knockoff here, you have your boosted, but you don't have knockoff because you used it on the Venusaur. So you can't stun this Blastoise with knockoff, you only have your boosted. And if someone else came, like if the Mew was here, you would not be able to stun them with knockoff because you already used it for those redundant stuns against the Venusaur. This ult though, you have to be careful with who you ult, like Sucker Punch Absol, Blaziken, Blastoise, Trevenant, anything with Unstoppable, you have to be wary of, because if you try to ult them and they get Unstoppable from one of their moves, you're just going to get this happening, which is where the Blastoise just uses Surf and takes like, oh no, 600 damage or 800 damage, oh 800 damage, what am I going to do, oh no, and they don't get any sort of stun. Also, I don't know why we're ulting the Blastoise, especially when the birds are like right there, so they're just going to hit him, and he's going to lose the going, he's just going to stop going home. If you were to hit him, and he gets stunned. I mean, your team's probably going to hit him anyway, but even then, like, why are we stunning a Blastoise? Gang, what are we doing? Please, can we, like, focus on the damage dealers, like the Mew? The Mew who's right there, like, you could have ulted him here. That would actually been pretty good, because then your Sylveon gets the kill. If they... Yeah, your Sylveon actually got it. Sylveon's level 12. He easily could have gotten that kill. Yeah.
We're gonna go bottom lane and score.
I think you could have stayed. You could have gotten that fight. I don't think rotating here is the best plan. Like here, you run back, avoid the Blastoise ult, go back into stealth, you re-engage and try and push the goal zone. Like at least try. Once things are getting a little bit rough and the Espeon's back, because the Venusaur spawning, Espeon just respawned. They're gonna be on their way. I would have pushed this goal zone. I wouldn't have gone back to score and just gave up on your team because they need you because they're still fighting.
I would say retreat.
I would have, if you want them to retreat, I would stay in the fight and say retreat. Say retreat to encourage them to back off, but help them retreat. You know, because you can stun them, and if anyone's going to go down, it should be you as the supporter or your Slowbro, and keep your Sylveon alive. And so the Sylveon is the highest, because it's the highest level. You don't want them to die, because then your opponent gets fed, right? So I would have stayed and helped them escape, and then go back to score. Go down to score. Goal getter here is a little bit questionable.
I'm gonna go bottom lane and score.
Your Espeon, you know the Espeon's just spawning. Venusaur just respawned. They're likely gonna go top because they can see there's a fight breaking out, and they probably assume you're still there. Charizard, you know he's bottom. He's pretty far away. So you have a good idea of where everyone is. This is why I don't rerun Goal Getter, because if you're aware of everyone's positioning, enemy's position on the map, you know if you can get these scores in pretty safely, right? So you know Blastoise Mew top, Venusaur Espeon likely going top, Charizard is in this area down here. Looks like you don't know if he's like still in the fight or coming back to you. It's you're a little bit unsure. But now you can see he is still like fighting. So 1, 2, 3, Espeon, Venusaur probably top, or if not, then they might be farming the jungle. So you don't have to use Goal Getter here, but using Goal Getter, especially because it's 40, I'd say it's still fine. Like it's okay to use Goal Getter here. So yeah, the Goal Getter is okay, but that's just something to be aware of when you score. So like, try and have a good idea on where everyone is if you wanna go for these big scores or just scores in general, or when you should use the Goal Getter. Because if you know there are enemies close by and you have like 50, you can go for the score with your Goal Getter. But if you know like everyone's playing bottom, your team's farming, your enemies all bottom objective, 5 people bottom, your team's farming, you know where everyone is, you can just score the 50 without using Goal Getter, right? So that's the point that I'm getting at. It's just like, try and use your awareness to determine if you should use Goal Getter or not. So here, I think you could have gotten that. The Charizard just came, so I think you could have gotten that without Goal Getter. Just barely, but Goal Getter it's okay. I think he might actually be playing on pink because he keeps going orange. Maybe just Wi-Fi is just bad.
Come on. You're not even trying to score.
And this is what I'm talking about again. Like, I've said this like at least 10
You're
times,
not even
but
trying to score.
like, oh, there's a Venusaur boosted. You don't knock off, because if you knock off, then you're just gonna miss your knockoff, right? Like you just barely connect the second one, just barely, and you're mashing basic attack, which does like no, you don't do that, because now try to use knockoff and it's like you're just mashing, bro. Boost, stealth, boosted auto, knockoff 1 hit, knockoff 2 hit, the second part of knockoff, confuse ray. That's the order it goes. Or if there's only one Pokemon, you can use confuse ray, then knockoff. But yeah, you're just missing out on stuns. I think he does go down. Yeah. Why does he keep pressing the report button? Just again, want to reiterate it. I could really make a counter for this. Like you boosted here. You get the kill, but it's unoptimal. Here, very important, is Is there a reason why our Sableye is helping the Dragapult rip Regieleki, or is he just like, is he just silly? Why what are we doing? Right, like, you're wow, stunning the Regieleki that can't be stunned. Thanks for helping me rip Sableye. Thanks, says the Dragapult. Thanks a lot. Oh my gosh, Sableye, why weren't you trying to block the Mew who just like walked up here and tried to steal? Like, your Slowbro, I think he's playing Scold, but still, he doesn't have stuns. Even if it's just Surf. Like, why are you helping Rip? And look how close it came. Mew almost got that. If he got that, I would have laughed so hard, because that would have been entirely your fault for not defending this area down here. Like, instead of ripping, you just sit where the Mew is. You just sit up here, right? On the right side. You just sit here in stealth. You wait for them to come. If they get too close, you stun them. They can't do anything. Dragapult has this under control. He's using X attack. It's a Dragapult. He can rip it just fine. He doesn't need you. Because the Mew almost gets that. Also, that damage is crazy. I don't know what that ult was. Like, I don't know what that was. This is pretty mashy. Like, you're running right up to them. Like, you can see that they're moving away from you already, right? Like, oh, I failed the Regieleki. I'm not gonna keep facing them and walk towards them or try to fight this, right? I'm in bad position. I'm completely cornered. Why would I? He can see. He's moving away. The only reason he's facing you is because he's using his boosted. He's moving away. He's just gonna be facing the other way, and your ult completely whiffs. So that was a bad ult. That was just a bad ult. Yeah, like, if you were to boosted, if you were to use your boosted first, you could have kept your knockoff, but you didn't, so you just get ulted. I don't know why you're trying to run away as well. I would have just spammed all your moves and hope that your Dragapult gets out of there. You're pretty dead, like, either way, so I wouldn't even try to run away. At least try and help your team escape, you know? Be a good little support and keep them alive while you go down. Sacrifices, you know? Also, that was a really late ult. I know Sableye's ult isn't always the most impactful, but I wouldn't have ulted there. Like, 330 is the most, because it has a short cooldown, but I wouldn't have, it was like 310, so that was pretty late. Because now, you have to farm. Oh, that went well, didn't it? You got 1. You're farming a Sableye, no XP share, but I mean, it's for your ult, sorry, not XP, you're farming for your ult. But because you used your ult so late, the Slowbro also needs... Yeah, because our Sableye sucks, because that's your fault. No, because, like, you're taking this away from your Slowbro. He needs ult. It takes like 1 billion seconds for them to get ult, and you're just taking it away from them. Like, yours is at 80, yours is fine. You know? You're gonna have yours by the time the thing comes back. You don't score here. This is very important. It's past 230, you don't make any scores. Because if you score here, the Mew's there, so that's already dangerous. Okay, if that Charizard definitely could have stopped you. If they would choose Fire Punch, they definitely could have stopped you there. Because if your Charizard, oh, I remember what's gonna happen here. Oh no! If you do get caught here, and you just get, what is he even using? I think he's using Fire Blast actually. So he just uses Fire Blast Flamethrower. He chases you down. You die at 215. Yeah, like you die at like what 210. You go down, right, and then. Oh guys, Rayquaza's up, Kyogre, Groudon, whoever. Kyogre's up. Where's our Sableye? He's dead. Because when you die this late into the game, about 230, your death time is going to be about 17 seconds. Give or take, maybe 15, maybe 20. Depends how well the match has been going, right? But you're not going to have like a 30-second cooldown, because you don't get that many kills. You just get assists. And your kill cooldown goes up, like, it goes up more the more kills you get and the less you die throughout the match. And you've died quite a few times. So it's not going to be that long, right? It's going to be like 15 seconds. So let's say you go down here to 10, and then they can't check the bushes. Like, who do you have to check bushes? Slowbro, Scold, Charizard, Flamethrower, right? But even then, like, I mean, Slowbro can check bushes, but then Sylveon and Dragapult can't do anything, right? So you just have Slowbro, and you don't have positioning. You're going to be late for the fight. Your team could just rip, could they? No, I mean, they don't really have the rip, but they could just rip, or even just play aggressively because their Sableye is dead, so they don't have to worry about stuns. And the only stun, literally, you're the only stuns your team has. I'm pretty sure your Slowbro has Scald. I haven't really been paying attention to what he's been running, but your Slowbro, you don't have stuns. You're the only one. Like, the Blaster is just going to engage and all of you, and you die, and the SP1 is just going to Psyshock you, and there's no Sableye to run to the backlines and stop Mew and Espeon from doing what they want. Venusaur's just going to run in and Petal Dance Giga Drain you, and there's nothing to stop him. Because there's 0 stuns. Because you're dead. Because you scored at 2:15 and died for it. Because this Charizard is literally on you right now. You scored too late and you died. Which is why you score at like 240 or 235. So if you die at 225, you still have enough time to jump from the pad and make it down to Ray. And check the bushes, get positioning, and blah 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 blah. Right, we'll get onto the Ray file in a second. But you actually don't go down here because you mash basic attacks, Confuse Ray, we're knockoffing the wall, I guess. We're threatened by the stone wall. That makes sense. Stone wall actually does 2,000 damage per tick. And we mash ult because we're panicking and we scored at a bad time. So now, not only have you denied your Slowbro from getting his ult earlier because you took that farm, you just end up using your ult again, like right before race. Now you're definitely not gonna have it for the Ray fight. So what was even the point? You're trolling. You're actually just trolling. Oh, good job, you scored 10 points. If you're gonna score here, I mean, you might as well just like go all the way. You wait for 2 minutes and score, or wait for the double points and just score 20. Like, if you're just gonna play like this, you might as well do that. If you want to walk back to base, you walk back now, right? You want to reset, you reset now. But he walks a little bit further and even further to here. So, because now like you're 10... Is he watching like YouTube in the background? What was that? Because now look, you're 10 seconds late for the fight. Because you were doing hibbledy-jibbledy up at top path. There's now a team fight breaking out here. Slowbro isn't even there. So that... your team's being a little bit silly, but you're not there, Slowbro isn't there, and let's see what happens. Oh, is that your Charizard dying? Oh wait, no, I think it's the Slowbro, his mic is on. So is that, yeah, I think that's the Charizard dying. Okay, Charizard's dead. We are attacking the Blastoise, even though your Sylveon and Slowbro are fighting. Both your damage dealers are dead, so it's a 3v5 right now, and we're stunning the Blastoise. Wow. Oh, I think the Slowbro is actually talking. Why? Is there a reason why you're chasing this Blastoise without stealth? Or are you just like playing Pac-Man and collecting up the dots? Is there a reason why you're chasing him? Or what are you trying to accomplish? Let me guess. You're gonna run up. I've seen this video, but I don't remember. You're gonna run up and use Confuse Ray, right? Oh wow, I was right. But thankfully, your Slowbro caught the Blastoise, saving you from the ult. But, I mean... Why aren't you in stealth? You're playing without an ability. That was good though. You've learned. You've actually learned mid-match. You've adapted. Wait, he's still being stunned. Wait, now you knock off. Yay, more stuns. That's actually good. Well done, you. Clap, clap, clap. Well done, you. Still missed though. Lol. It was a decent Confuse Ray. Could have boosted though. Yeah, rough fight.
Alright, time to get ready. Come on.
Yeah, that was a mess of a fight. Your Charizard didn't even ult. Did he ult? What happened to his ult? Did he die with it? Sorry, I want to know. Yeah, he died. Wait, did he die with ult? I want to know. Oh, I don't think he had ult. Yeah, he died and then he got ult. Lol. Is there a reason why he didn't ult? Nah. Okay, he's just respawning. Okay. That was a rough Ray fight, my guy. Rough. Very rough. So did they get it? I don't remember. Oh, salty. Is that the salty mute? The salty mute. Oh, yes, we love that. Very salty. And I think they surrender him, so yeah. Yeah, no thanks to you though. Very minimal thanks. I mean, not really, they have the ray shield.
I know you guys seen that Dragapult did not help at all.
Yeah, he was a little bit
a ranked match.
He was a little bit but I mean, your Sylveon was kind of decent. Your Charizard was bomb all day, but the whole game. But I mean, your Sylveon was kind of decent. Yeah, this was a lot. This was a lot.
What a joke.
My gosh, yeah. That was a lot. That was 40 minutes. My gosh, what the hell? I was not expecting it to go for so long. Like the video and subscribe. Let's shut up. Yeah. Can I just read this description? Welcome to I should have read this at the start. Welcome to our Sableye guide for Pokémon Unite. In this video, we'll break down how to effectively use Sableye to carry the team in every match. Learn about Sableye positioning tactics that we've tried about. Yeah, but you just didn't do any of that. Now I'm just being. You didn't do any of that. You didn't talk about your positioning. You didn't talk about Sableye's moves, abilities, no tactics. There were a few things you did well, and I did point them out, but there was a lot of unoptimal plays and straight up just bad plays, which I pointed out. So this is my guide to play Sableye, using your bad guide. But this is a learning moment, you know. Yeah, but you did not do this. You did not do this. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap it up here before I just yap on for too much. Thank you for watching. Maybe I'll make my own guides, or maybe I'll VOD review one of my own videos. But yeah, this was one of the guides all time.